I don't, Ed, man, I can't, no offense, I can't relate to you on that one because I started as the world's worst
We
podcaster.
all
Now, no,
did. Yeah.
I mean, okay, let me give you the worst. I was so scared in the beginning, I didn't even use my real name. Like, let me give you another one. I was so scared at the beginning. I did over 1,500 interviews before I could turn a camera on and remember my name, like when I was doing an intro. So, like, when you talk about like bad, like, so when I meet somebody new or they're just starting it, or even if they're on the newer episodes, I'm like, come on, man, let's have some fun. Like, I don't know. I feel like if I could make it through, man, who knows? Like other people can too. So on my end, I'm just like I'm having fun with it. I don't know. It's a privilege.
Yeah, it's like I started on radio in 2018,
Ah,
and
so you're a
and
professional, and then
there
you
were
know how to do this business.
well, I had a producer at the time and taught me how to do certain things and say certain things. Like you
Oh,
never say listeners, you always talk to you. You never say
oh,
listeners because if you talk to a listener, they're thinking you're talking to the person next to them, not themselves. But if you talk to them as
oh.
you, it's then they're like, oh, he's talking to me. So you always want to say you or that type of thing instead of listener.
Mm.
Because I didn't understand that. My producer would yell in my ear constantly, and then he finally explained it to me. I was like, okay, I get it now. But
Oh,
being
I get it now too. Now you just taught me. Thank you, Ed, because I do say that. I didn't know.
no, because I'm like, they're actively listening, so wouldn't they
That's
be
true.
listeners?
Just say you.
Well, you just say, and thank you for being here. I appreciate
Yeah.
listening to us today. Those kind of things because that's important. It does connect to the person who's listening to this at the time that you're trying to connect with,
Yeah.
right? But I was horrible in my first year out. I won't even listen to those shows, but it was live. I didn't have a
Yeah.
choice, and being live is a little different than just doing a podcast and re-editing it. And
Totally.
I don't edit out ahs and yous and all those things.
Mhm,
I want
mhm.
it. This is it. If you're
Yeah,
watching Joe Rogan, they don't take it out. They leave it
yeah,
on the YouTube. You get everything. We got technical
yeah,
issues. Let me deal with this. I
yeah.
mean, they don't take anything out, and that's how it should be. I
And
was
you
on
know
somebody's podcast and I saw my head do this. I was like,
yeah,
what did they take out?
yeah. I think that and I have a theory here, and I'm not saying I'm right or wrong or whatever, but my theory is those imperfections, like, I even add them in, and the reason is because I'm like, it's especially as we go further and further into AI and all these other things, like, I feel like it adds a human element, so I'll add some ums, I'll add a stutter, like, I consciously do it. I can speak more clearly than I could, than I do sometimes on my show, but I do it on purpose. I like it. I feel like it adds to it. I said like adds cadence. I'll throw in a monkey wrench here and there, and I think that's what makes it human versus just a perfectly read script with no imperfection.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on what type of podcast you're doing. You're interviewing somebody, or you just doing a show. You know what I mean? It depends
Yeah.
what you're doing, what type you're doing. And I think it's important to, if you want to do one, then do it. But just understand it takes time to do it. That's all I got to say. It's not.
Mhm.
A lot of people think it's overnight success. No, it takes forever.
Mm-mm.
I'm lucky with this. So Inner Edison, I was in the top 1% of all podcasts.
It's a great name, by the way.
Thank
The
you. My
like this the
my
name.
my wife came up with it. Yeah,
Shout out to your wife. It's a
I do. I
great
tell her all the
name.
time. I had so many.
Freaking
Uh,
amazing.
my coach, I was trying to. I'm like, because I do my radio show called Real Estate Jerky. We give you something to chew on. Uh,
Mm.
and that's about real estate and finance. And I wanted to do something outside of that industry. And I'm like, let's talk about business because I'm a business owner also. And
Mhm.
then I'm like, and then Inner Edison came up and it did really well.